What is a brother?
A brother.
Brother. A brother is
brother.
Brother's a brother.
Brother. Forged and sharp.
Who supports you.
Reliable.
Full trust.
They'll protect you.
Hold me accountable.
A friend.
Could hear your pain through your sound.
And there to pick you up without judgment.
So brotherhood to me is a journey and not a destination.
Welcome to Brother Empowerment.
Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, so you know what day it is. It's Brother Empowerment Day. I am here today, hold it down again solo. My brother Jay is handling things and being his multi-talented worldly self. But I'm not alone. I actually have 3 brothers with me today, so it's a full house. So y'all are in for a treat. So if this is your first time viewing us, I don't know how or why, because this is literally our 3rd season. But if you don't know, Brother Empowerment Show is not a bashing show. It is a show where brothers can come and be in a safe place where there can be free of judgment, criticism, but not accountability. And this is a space where we work with brothers so they can be better men, and so we can, do our part to solve community ills and really just help build stronger families and communities. So yeah, we in live. So normally my brother and I would, have a little back and forth, but he's not here. So we're just gonna go around the room and we're gonna get everybody to introduce themselves and to let everybody know how their week has been. So Dashan, we'll go with you since you up top and closest to me. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro, and then let people know how your week has been, man.
Okay, well, I've been on the show before. My name is Dashan Nettles. I don't know. I mean, it's different now. I was on season 2, so I think it's season 2. So yeah. I don't know what. As I introduce myself, what should I?
Everything.
Oh man, everything. Okay, well,
everything.
I was in the Navy. I served for about 5 years. Now I work for the Veterans Administration as an administrative officer. I've been there for probably about 13 years. I'm a board member of an after-school program called the Al Wooten Heritage Center. And I'm from Los Angeles. Grew up in Inglewood and been all over the place in California. Cordell, this is like your second home, so.
For sure.
But I mean, it's not much about me. I mean, I have a 4-year-old, a little girl. She drives me crazy sometimes, but I wouldn't change anything about her in the world. I mean, I'm a girl dad for sure. But yeah. But as far as this week goes, this week has been great. Luckily, right now I'm working from home a little bit, so I get a little relaxation. I just came back in town from visiting. I call her my Navy mom, Ronell. I used to babysit her daughter, and now her daughter graduated from college. So congratulations to her.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, it's. I was a little tired from the trip. It was in Texas, but the logistics behind it was all over the place. But yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I'm trying to get my house in order and remodel and bring it up to update. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, man. Well, that's what's up. I don't think you missed anything. All the time with the rest. I don't think you missed anything. So I think we good. So all right, let's go with the beard. Go ahead, bro. Tell the people, you know the drill.
Yeah, y'all know me. I'm no stranger to Brother Empowerment. I've been on a couple of times, but y'all see me in the comments, Ricky the Beard. Y'all know what it is. Stirring up trouble, wreaking havoc in the comment section. That's what I do. that's my that's a great American pastime.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I've been hanging out and got to know Cordell and Jay. Man, how long has it been?
Man, I'm gonna say 4, but
4? I don't think it's been 4. You know what? Because it was right during the start of the pandemic. I think it's gonna be 2 years come June. I think 2 years come June. But nah, man.
Okay.
But I'm the resident fermentationist. So anything cocktails, beer, mixed beverages. I'm your guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I love a good conversation. That's what I hope we have tonight.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely gonna have that. And last but certainly not least, Deuce, bro, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know, the whole rundown.
What's going on, everybody? Deuce Ty, artist, producer, engineer, mogul. Man. This week has been pretty good. I released my latest project on last Friday. It's been doing pretty well in terms of the streaming. Spotify, go and run me up. Look up Pandemic. I'm the only person in the world with the album that title that name, so don't worry about look like just Pandemic, like Pandemic. But yeah, please go run me up. And also, my video's been getting more streams too. My last video, Cobra Kai's been getting more streams too. So Deuce Tyrell on everything. Please go follow me. This week has been good because of that. My numbers been going up. I've also been working on a side business. I'm not gonna get into it, like the logistics of what it is, because I don't want to I don't want to ruin it before it launches. But it's something that's really good. It's coming, and I think it's gonna be really useful for everybody. But yeah, man, this week has been really good. Have a lot of fun. I can't complain.
Word, that's what's up, man. Oh, side note, She-Hulk and I went to a listening party for Deuce's album and another artist by the name of Stitch, and it was my first time at a listening party for an upcoming album. I've been to a release party, but I've never been to a listening party. So not only did I feel, saying like I was in the know, but it was a definitely dope listening experience. I felt like a VIP and everything, so. But yeah, so definitely dope. As far as me goes for this week has been definitely challenging. Just with stuff as far as expenses. The economy is like it is. Everything's going up. It's just oh, excuse me. His name is not Stitch. His name is Sitch. Excuse me, my bad. I did not mean to get his artist name wrong. Excuse me, Sitch. My bad. Excuse me. But no, this week, it's just been kind of a lot of having to take care of a lot of stuff. Getting stuff done and making sure stuff is sewn up is taxing. You know what I mean? Like I had to recently get work done on both of my cars, and I wasn't expecting that. And so it hurt me to do. You don't have to do that. It had to be done, but it did hurt me. But other than that, the week has been pretty good. I've just been, making sure I get my gym runs in. I have my diet that I've been on has been working, even though I did not know about carb addiction and sugar addiction until I got on a diet where I didn't do carbs or refined sugars for long periods of time. Man, the first 2 weeks, I wanted a chip and a donut and some ice cream so bad. Yo, I would have gotten the octagon, bought somebody's kid for it, it would, man, it was really real, man. But I've adjusted to it now, and I still have my cheat days, but I've adjusted to it now, and it's definitely proven dividends, man. It's so yeah, so the week has been good, taxing, but it's been pretty good. So all right, now that before we even get into everything, let me go interact with our audience. So we got Sean Bates. He's not in Facebook. He's not in YouTube Land. He's on Facebook today. So
oh snap! Let me find out.
Changing up on us. He hit us with the in and out crossover. Okay. We got She-Hulk in the building. My Booski, what's up, babe? We got everybody's big sister, Tara's in the building. What's going on, Tara? Oh yeah, yeah, he's on Facebook, not YouTube Land. We got Tam in the building. What's going on, Tam? We got my brother Maricas, aka Rico, in the building. He's out there in Kentucky, I believe. He's in the Army, if I'm not mistaken. We got Aaron Wilson in the building. What's going on, Aaron? And we got Aaron Bishop in the building. What's going on? The other Aaron. And She-Hulk said the beard, aka father of my. Yep, that's him, Mr. Fantastic Fermentations. There's a come on mogul. We got Jessica Brown in the building. What's going on, Jessica? Sean says on there just for you. Oh, my bad. You know, Kansas, the other K. I knew it was one of them K's, man. My bad. You in Kansas, not Kentucky, Kansas. Okay, all right. So, all right, man. Y'all ready to get onto these quotes?
Let's get it.
Yeah. Oh, we got Jack in the building. What's going on, Jack, man? So, aka the resident sneakerhead. This guy right here is the first, like, he's probably the biggest sneakerhead that I know personally. This man right here got sneakers. Sneakers on top of sneakers, literally and figuratively. So, okay, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first quote. So the first one is, "The elegance of honesty needs no adornment." Mary Brown. Which I got on that. I want to take a stab at that.
Ooh. Man,
That sounds like a dissertation.
First of all, we're gonna talk about what adornment means. So adornment is a thing which adorns or decorates, an ornament.
Right.
Wow. That's y'all stumped. It's only the first one.
Man, I know, man. This one is
So with that one, I think what it's saying in a kind of not a roundabout way, but in a more beautiful way than we would say it in regular English, is you don't need to sugarcoat it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to dress up the truth, because it doesn't need all that honesty. The truth is going to be truth. It doesn't need to have. It shouldn't be biased, or it shouldn't always. It doesn't have to be brutal, but you don't have to dress it up. It's better just served the way that it is. That's the way. That's kind of once you kind of define adornment, like down to the root word when you said like ornaments or anything, that kind of made it click for me in terms of understanding. It doesn't need to be dressed up. Don't dress up the truth. Just tell the truth.
Yeah,
that's what I got from it.
Yeah.
See, when I look at it too, like it's easy to make that jump to go to truth when really, she's it's kind of leaning more towards the honesty side. And I see a little bit difference between honesty and truth. Like truth, you don't even have to come for the truth, but people come for honesty. Like that means somebody came to you for something. And it's not like truth. You don't even have to say it. Like, I know the sky's blue. I know, my desk is hard. I know this is truth. I don't have to come for that. But honesty is different. It's like when somebody's coming to you for something, advice, or they are giving you themselves and they want you to give yourself back. Like, you don't really need to dress you up. You don't need to you don't need to put anything with that. You need to respect that for what it is, and respect that a person thinks enough of you to ask you or expect your honesty from you.
Yeah, that's heavy, bro. So, Sean, before we get what you gonna say, Aaron said Mary trying to get folk beat up, and Tam said honesty is beautiful, and Aaron also said honesty can use some seasoning sometimes. So, what you got, Dashan, bro?
Yeah, y'all really hit the nail on the head. It's like, but from a personal standpoint, like when you're being honest and you're being honest to yourself, you can be honest to other people, and you don't have to wear this mask that other people would wear, especially if you're an honest person. So being honest about what you do in your everyday life versus what you do in, I don't know, your work life. There is going to be some differences, but you don't have to hide it in a sense. So you guys said it all.
Yeah.
That's just my point on that one.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with everybody. And Ricky definitely came with definitely a different angle too. And I do believe that, because when we think about elegance, we think about beauty, and we think about just the aesthetics of things. And I think that this quote is it's one of those things that is few words, but it has a lot of meaning, multiple meanings. And I just think that the first thing that struck out to me before I got to the endowment part was the elegance. And I just thought of the beauty of honesty. And I thought of how just refreshing and beautiful it is to be around people who are just honest 100% of the time. Like it's just a beautiful thing, because I think we've all been around people who are not honest either at all, or they're honest when it suits them.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that came to mind, was like just the beauty of honesty. Excuse me, and the fact that like all of y'all said, that it doesn't need to be dressed up, or doesn't need to have any kind of extra, like, pizzazz on it. Honesty is just that, and it's beautiful all on its own. So yeah, I like that one a lot. Jessica Brown said, "There's a level of transparency that's required to live and operate from honesty. If we're living honest / transparently, there's no need to bedazzle it." Absolutely, yep, that's true. And I like, Ricky, bro, what you said about people not having to come for truth, because truth is going to be wherever it's going to be. It's always going to be there. You can't hide from the truth. You can't suppress it. You can't do it. The truth is going to come out. It's going to be there. So you don't necessarily have to come for that. But honesty, I like what you said about how people do go to certain places, certain people for honesty. And I think that's because, like I said before, we all know we all know what it's like to either be around or interact with people who are not honest. And once you're around people who are honest all the time, you don't have to wonder. You're like, I don't even want to go back to the other stuff. This right here is where it is. So yeah, I like that one a lot. That was a good one to start off on.
I want to add this too.
Okay.
There's a problem in society when it comes to being honest, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people. I try to be as honest as possible with people that confide in me on things.
Mm-hmm.
And some people might think I'm mean, but I'm not being mean, or if I am being mean, it's not intentional. I'm giving you the honest truth of how I feel about the situation that you're bringing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my close friends and family, they know, like, if I say something, then I'm giving it to you, giving you the real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sugarcoating it. Like our man over there said, I just don't do that. But it's a lot of people out there that want you to sugarcoat something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, you're not going to get that from me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay. Here's another thought too on this same thing. We it's easy to go to the sugarcoat thing, right? But there are some harsh or negative adornments to an honesty that change your message. I mean, let's not. I mean, I'll bring it up. The late brother Kevin Samuel. Like he had a lot of adornment with his truth. Like he had a certain thing that he wanted to express and say, but he adorned it in a way that made it so that some people couldn't receive it, or made it seem like it was a slight to some people. So there are some ways in which you can adorn honesty, or adorn a perspective or a viewpoint that's totally left of sugarcoating. And I think sometimes both of those things can be just as bad. I can sugarcoat the truth so much that it's a lie, or I can be so harsh about a truth that I'm giving that I end up tearing you down instead of building you up. They the same thing. The sweet spot is that pureness is in the middle. That's that elegance where it's in the middle, where I can just be real and tell you something in an empathetic way, and walk with you the next day and help you through it, or just leave it there. And I ain't got to do anything on these extreme ends.
Yeah, that's a great point. Well, all great points, Ricky, bro. Like Dashan, you too, man. Like I do think, of course, that some people are not looking for actual honesty. They're wanting their feelings to be massage and all that other stuff. But I also definitely agree with Ricky's points is that you have two sides of the same coin, the extreme coin, and both are damaging, and both can cause communication to break down. And I've always been a proponent of there's multiple ways to say everything, and if you can't say something without being harsh about it, then you probably should just wait until you can really come up with a way to say it. Because you can say almost anything and not be harsh. It could just be the plain. It could be honesty, or it could be the truth. But yeah, no, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Jessica Brown said very true. I'm not sure what she was talking about. Elise is on. What's going on, Elise? You got your hands up. I'm not sure what you're doing that to. Probably one of y'all. Jessica said that removes the elegance aspect of honesty. I think she might have been talking about what Ricky was talking about. Jessica said calls intent versus impact into question. Some people just want to cut with words and call it honesty. That is very, very true. Yeah. Some people, and Jay has said this before on multiple occasions, being quote unquote real, it doesn't mean you have to be damaging. People are negative. People are quote being real with being negative. Well, I'm just being real. I'm giving it to you real, man. But you don't have to be negative or be damaging. You can just say how you feel or just be honest without being damaging. Like, because who has time for that?
I find that there's a lot of it's almost sadistic when people are brutally honest. They brutality more than they do the actual honesty.
Yes. Yeah.
And just to go back to what my man was saying, basically, again, those are also adornments, negativity, making it more harsh than it actually needs to be. When all you need to do is just say what needs to be said, from a place of earnest, from a place of empathy, and from a place of love. You can't. You got to be impeccable to your word, and what it means, impeccable is the root word of impeccable is without sin, but it teaches us basically that when I'm negative towards somebody else, since we are one in this human race, if I do something negative towards you, then I'm also harming myself. So I'm not being impeccable to my word. So you have to look at it like that, from a place of empathy and a place of love, and just try not to tear anybody down, even if the message is harsh. And I always try to say that. I get that a lot with artists and stuff. I will never tell them that their stuff is whack. I'm not your target audience. That's a great thing to say for anything, actually. Like, even if you don't like somebody, like, you know what, I'm just not your target audience. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like it.
That's definitely my stance on it. But yeah, I didn't mean to just kind of piggyback, but yeah, honestly, the brutally honest thing, I think it's being rude is a weak person's imitation of being strong.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Elise said whew. I'm not sure what she said that too. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Bernatrice, let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. Bernatrice. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. She said self-development comes with the skill to be able to deliver a message with elegance so that it is received. Otherwise, one is going to go with continued failure on communicating honesty. Yeah.
True.
I think that, just there's, like I said, there's a way to say pretty much anything and don't have to be damaging with it. I mean, and like Deuce said, like, if rudeness is a sword that you wield, then, I think that, and especially if you wield it proudly, I think you got to take another look at life and just look at, I think you're just doing it wrong, in my opinion. If that's one of the weapons that you proudly wield against people is rudeness. One of my big, that's probably number one as far as my biggest gripe when it comes to people. I don't like people who are rude. I don't like people who are rude, period, especially unnecessarily rude. Because a lot of times for me, there's no reason for it, you know? So,
Yeah.
So that hits me very, very deeply because I can't stand. Because I've known so many people who I've seen in situations, and it's just been like, man, like, you're just doing that for no reason. And like, no wonder that you have experienced these negative outcomes in your interactions with other people. Because look how you treat people. Look how you talk to people.
Well, the weapons that people wield are the ones that have hurt them the most.
Right.
Usually. Like they know so much about it. So it's easy for them to do it because that's what's been done to them. So they a lot of people like that just speaking out of their own pain and out of their own hurt, and they just want other people to hurt like them so that they don't feel alone. And they need it. People like that just need to address that. And it'll take care of itself.
Yeah, I agree. She-Hulk said I'm gonna use that, Deuce. So yeah, man. Nah, all great points, fellas. Like, for real. But yeah, that one, there's always one or every show that's like, oh man, like it's a little small quote, but man, that thing has 22,000 meanings.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah, no, for real. All ready for the next one?
Yep.
So in the same vein, being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. John Lennon.
Man, Cordell, who been lying to you, man? Like you bringing all these honesty quotes. Said somebody done lied to you, man. Like, if we need to have an intervention moment, just let us know, bro. We could do that.
No, man. This is Jay and I put these quotes together. So, but we gotta
don't scapegoat Jay. He ain't here.
I mean, we look for stuff that's gonna get the people going. It's gonna get the conversation going.
Okay.
You know what? There is a lot of truth to this quote. I mean, because the people that stick around me the most, they are around me because I've been honest with them. I'm honest with pretty much everybody in my whole life. Like, I'll tell my story, whatever. So, I mean, yeah, it will bring you the right people in your life. And being honest, you never know what your honesty, or you never know what you have done for that person by being honest. Because somebody could have been lying to them their whole life about everything.
Yeah.
And then you come and say, hey, I don't think that's right. Or, just guide them in a different direction. And they look at you and there you go. You got a lifelong friend right there, kind of. So, I mean, that's a heavy one too. But, I mean, I have some lifelong friends like you, Cordell. We're family. So it's like your mom and the rest of the family. Like, it's like the bond you build with a person will help you be more honest as time goes by.
Yeah.
I mean, that's small little view on that.
Hold on, Ricky, before you go. Jack said defense mechanisms. She-Hulk said put the topics on shuffle. Jessica Brown said, yep. I think she was talking about this song. Go ahead, Ricky, bro.
All right, so he says being honest may not get you a lot of friends. I don't think the opposite gets you a lot of friends either. People use that word friend so loose, and it bothers me. Like, I've got a few friends, like tight people that build into me, people that speak into my life. I also got people that are acquaintances on that outside circle that will tell you that they my friend, but they don't even have my phone number. And I'm like, you gotta really look at that word right there, that friend word. So no, being honest won't get you a lot of friends. Lying won't get you a lot of friends. Being, selling yourself or portraying yourself in a certain way won't get you a lot of friends. It just ain't. But those right kind of people, I like to say, you know, the people that are around you that you hold close to you. I mean, you are a sum of your 5 closest friends. So those are the people that accept you for you. You ain't gotta do no salesmanship. You ain't gotta sell yourself in a certain way. You ain't gotta put on no airs. That's what he's talking about here, you know. And don't overlook those people, thinking that the other people, the acquaintances, those loose outer circle people, are the same. It ain't the same.
Yeah. Deuce, what you got, man?
Yeah, basically, kind of like I think he hit the nail on the Ricky hit the nail on the head. Basically, lying does not get you a lot of friends either. Lying. I'm sorry, I relate everything back to music, but that's like what I do. So,
word.
You get a lot of fair weather fans. You'll find liars get a lot of fair weather fans. Perfect example, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Look at where he was lying. Like the highest selling, highest streamed videos, all that stuff. He was lying, and as soon as the truth came out, his I think his album sold like 17,000 copies or something like that. That's shameful for someone who did a million records 2 months before. So it's crazy. Lying will not get you. It'll get you people who are fair weather fans, not really friends, just more like acquaintances, people who want to be around for the clout. So that's kind of where I sit with that.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. And She-Hulk said, being any way outside of being your true self won't get you a lot of friends. Who you are will attract more people like yourself. And I agree with that. And I have a different outlook on the word friend. And since I've been a part of the organization and Jay and I have been connected, friends are simply the family that you choose. So I don't even look at the word friend the same way anymore. Like I look at people as, are we close? Are we family? Or are we just people that know each other? So like, there's people that I know that, hey, we talk fairly often, and if they need something, I'll tell them, hey, I can do this for you, or I can be there for you. Then there's people that are family that I'm very close with, and so the word friend, I hardly even use that word anymore because, like I said, friends are literally just family that you choose. You can't choose who you're related to by blood, but you can choose your family in life. You can choose your family that you retain as you meet people in life. You can choose those people. And so when I look at this quote, I think it's very true in the sense that because the part I keyed in the part of a lot of friends, because a lot of friends means different things to different people. Some people think if you got 5 friends, it's too many. Some people think 1,000 is a lot, or whatever. So, but I think that if you are an honest person, there are definitely some people that are not going to like you for that very reason. There are people that don't like me for that reason because I'm not going to lie, or I'm not going to just go along with things based on my affiliation with people. And I'm also going to do. I'm also a person that looks for the truth. So when it comes to certain situations, or basically all situations, what's the truth? What are the facts? And let's go with that. And so, yeah, I think that the right people will be around you and will accept you, and will want to be close to you. If you're an honest person, and like Ricky said, true. If you're someone who, kind of is an honest person when they feel like it, when it's something to gain, or if they feel like if they don't feel like being one, they're not going to be one. I think that will also get you a lot of people in your corner at some point in time, but none of the right ones. It'll be people that are looking. It'll be people like you probably, but that's probably never going to go well because everyone's going to have an angle or is going to be looking for something. It's going to feel, in my opinion, transactional all the time. So, but yeah, no, I like that one a lot. She-Hulk said, Cordell, you have 12 billion, 349,293,133 friends. I don't have no, I do. I know quite a few people, and there's quite a few people that I'm close to. So I will say that, yes. I will say that my Facebook friend count is as high as it's ever been. But I equate that to being a part of the organization. So not because, all that other good stuff. But
Well, there's a difference between Facebook friends and actual friends.
well, and I will say that I actually, unlike a lot of people who have, I've met probably, I think I've met 90% of the people that are on my Facebook friends list. Personally, I've met them personally. There's only a few people, and those people that I haven't, they have those people that have come like past like year or two. But most people before that I met personally, or I know them very well.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, all right. Well, we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's see. If we give our children sound self-love, they will be able to deal with whatever life puts before them. Bell hooks. Well, I don't really have a lot to say about this because I don't have any kids.
Me either.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I guess I'm the only one here with a kid.
I got three.
Oh, okay. Well,
There
you go, daddy of three.
I would say you gotta. It's a different world now. Like than when I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 39. I'm almost 40.
37.
So growing up, we didn't have the connection to the rest of the world, what the rest of the world saw and thought.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew what was around us, and we knew who we were. We knew who people were. Now these kids have so much connection to people everywhere, so much vision to see. They see all the fake stuff that's on IG, all the Facebook stuff, all the stuff people doing for clout, and they see them succeeding in pretty much trading who they are for clicks, follows, views, money, products, just for anything. And we got to combat that, with the most expensive thing that you can that you have is who you are, and you can't sell that. Right. And you are, God made you the way you are for a reason, for a purpose. And you have to respect that, and you have to give that reverence, and you got to walk in that. So you got to love yourself, because that's all you got. At the end of the day, you can have, a great job. You could lose that job. You can have people around you, friends around you. You could lose that. You can have good family. You can lose them too. And all you got is you and the Almighty. And that's it. So you got to be good with yourself, because I can tell you right now, there's times when times get tough, I've always looked back and said, I've gotten out of a lot of stuff, and I still love who I am. I've gone through some crazy stuff in my life, and I still can look at it and say, wow, I like the person that I became. And if you can't do that, if you don't get that now at an early age, you ain't never gonna get it when you're an adult. So it starts early. I mean, right now, teaching my kids what it means to be Black, about our history, about the people that look like them, that people are geniuses, people are smart, people invented things. Black people made this country. They Black people in the Bible. There's Black people everywhere, even though people try to hide it. Like, they need to see that way more than we did 40 years ago.
Got you. Yeah, I agree with all that.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I can. It's not much that I can say, but I can say that that I was raised by my grandparents. So the stuff that they instilled in me is different from my peers. Like, my peers, some of my peers are not on the same level as me when it comes to certain things. And so when I look at how I turned out in life, my trials and tribulations and what helped mold me, I now have the ability to pass that on to my daughter. And like, I talk to my cousin about this all the time. I say, man, I feel like this generation is lost because of the availability of things. We grew up, we all are around the same age. So we grew up right in the middle of change. And change was happening fast, but it wasn't happening as fast as it is now. So, like Ricky said, we see a lot of like stuff on social media and how it's all fake, and it's just the abundance of fakeness. So when our kids see it, and nieces and nephews, even if you don't have kids, you have nieces and nephews, cousins, they see this same thing and they think this is it. I've had a couple of people that I know, kids say, oh, I don't want to go to college anymore. I want to be a YouTuber, or I want to do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, and these kids are young too. So teenagers, preteens, and they're making these adult decisions about their lives so early. But it's really up to the parents to filter what the child sees and who they interact with. It's very difficult because even for us, like we do some of the similar things as them. Like, we're on social media, or we see something and okay, I gotta have that. But it's one of those things we have to be conscious of change in society, and then teaching our kids about self-love. Like, it's a lot of problems in schools and stuff when it comes to bullying, and it reminds me of growing up. There was this whole light skin, dark skin thing.
Yeah.
I always pat myself on the back. When light skin was in, I always felt, hey, my skin color is just as good as yours. Like, and I've never had any problems, with being with somebody or somebody not liking me because I was darker toned or whatever. But because we live in the age of filters, we have to basically work on our children and teach them that you are who you are, and you're going to be who you're going to be, and don't try to change it if you don't have to. If it's for the better, then keep on that path. We have to guide them that way. But a lot of people from our generation and the generation after us, some of them lost, and it just, we can't hold their hand, unfortunately. So we just have to do our part.
Oh, I agree, man. Jessica says, I was talking about this with my sister about how we want my niece to view herself. She said she didn't have kids either. She says, much harder to shield/protect kids from the bitter parts of life these days. But I just hope/pray if we give my niece the tools to love and accept herself, it'll make things easier to navigate. We have Landy is on. What's going on, Landy? And then we have Sashay, excuse me. Sorry, Sashay. What's going on? But yeah, man. No, I have a nephew, and I have to. I'm already making a list of things that I'm going to. He'll be 4 this year, and so I'm already, making a list of things that I'm going to teach him and make sure that I instilled in him from an early age, because I'm not, so far removed from things that I'm not going to have, gems to drop on him and knowledge to give him. He's going to have the benefit of having an uncle who is connected to things, and he's not going to feel like, even though there's a big age gap, he's not going to feel like he can't talk to me about stuff. Much just like I had with my Uncle Marcus. He definitely took me into his wing and, gave me a knowledge about things. He wasn't so far removed. Even now, he's not so far removed from things that he's out of touch. And so I want to give my nephew the same thing. So
I think another aspect of that, aside from, yes, even if you don't have kids, you have nieces and friends who have kids and kids that are in your life. I think we all have a responsibility to the world and the society in which we create, because there's a lot of the kids and the people that are going to come, they are dealing with things that we are growing right now, the things that we are putting our money into, the things that we are feeding, the things that we are creating for them to then deal with. The beauty ideals that we are dealing with now are the beauty ideals that the last generation created for us to deal with. We have to, at some point, we got to realize we got to stop feeding it. We got to stop feeding the monster. The whole light skin, dark skin thing, man, that stuff comes back from all the way from slavery, and it's still with us today, and it's still plaguing, our kids. Like, at some point, we got to say, okay, we got to stop fighting this. Okay, I'm not gonna put my money, into things that don't show, all bodies, that all people equal. We gotta start voting like that, because if we don't, then if Brother Empowerment 2075, they're gonna be talking about the same stuff about how they trying to, what are they kids dealing with. Nah, it's stuff that we starting. So we gotta be mindful of that at the same time.
No, for sure, man. Jessica said, if I didn't have that, which has motivated for me to be more present for my niece. Oh, I didn't have that, which has motivated me to be more present for my niece. She said, absolutely, Ricky. All right, so I think we got time for one more. You guys ready? Jump to the last one?
Go ahead.
All right, last one is, music is my life. It is a reflection of what I go through. Lenny Kravitz.
Duh. I didn't answer at all in the last one, but
oh my goodness.
How y'all trying to go? Y'all trying to get like a puddle or the ocean floor? Like, where y'all trying to go?
Go deep, bro. Go hard.
Mr. Mogul, go all the way to the bottom of the Pacific.
So basically, music. All right, music is a reflection of what I go through. Yeah, like absolutely, I would say that for myself. But I will also say that about like a lot of us, music is literal. They talk about good vibes, right? And Cordell, you have a lot of gatherings I like to come to that it's good vibes. At the top of those is good music. Music is vibration. Like that's what you're hearing, vibration, sound. Everything is vibration. Even light is vibration. So there's a professor somewhere who actually is doing a study on how we can hear light. Weird, but I say that to say this: vibration. It actually changed the vibrations around us. It actually can change our moods, and it actually can paint a picture. When we sad, we listen to sad music. When we happy or turn up, we listen to turn up music. It literally is what you let into yourself, like vibrations that you let into yourself to. It can like literally direct your day. It can or your steps. Every morning for like several years, I used to listen to certain artists, and I noticed that like it's weird because I'm a rapper. One of the many things that I am, but I'm a rapper. But at the same time, I got a Kanye sometimes. All right, but at the same time, rap is very negative. It's always I got this much more money than you. Not all of it, but a lot of it is I got this much more money than you. I did this with your girl, this, that, and it's very negative. So for a long time, and even now, I don't even listen to a lot of rap, to be honest. I listen to like alternative R&B. My main artists are singers that I produce for. Personally, in the morning, I listen to a lot of inspirational music because it can literally guide how your day is going to start. And a lot of that comes from my mom being an evangelist too. She'd get up and she would, sing in the shower. She still does it. But she would get up in the morning and she would always sing and clean and stuff. And she had us a lot around the choir. I remember you kind of saying something similar earlier about that you were involved in music, kind of like that. But basically, music, literally those vibrations, they reflect what you let into yourself is going to be what's on the outside. It's just like you are what you eat. So whatever energy you allow into yourself, that's what you're gonna be. And I noticed that a lot of my friends that listen to this trap music, they negative people. And a lot of times they can be intelligent folks, but they can sound kind of dumb because what they're ingesting is not giving back. There's nothing that you can't get anything out of it. That's why if you talk to, and I know we're multifaceted because I love Lil Baby the same way I love Kendrick Lamar. But what I'm saying is, if all you ingest is that, then it'll literally change your personality. And I know this because I know somebody who grew up in literally a suburb, but now their facade is they are a trapper person, and it's weird to me because I know who you are, bro. But it's what he's investing. You know what I'm saying? It's what he's taking in. So yeah, music literally can be a reflection of what you go through. I mean, it's two sides of that coin. I'm pretty sure he was talking about him putting his art. Please go download Pandemic if you want to know. Going through shameless plug. But at the same time, what you are what you eat. So what you take in can definitely affect your personality and mood. All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
No, I agree. I definitely agree with everything that you said, but I also agree with Lenny Kravitz's quote. From a personal standpoint, I could remember a few times I'll sit, because I have a musical background for the people that don't know, but I sat in front of the piano a few times and just made these beats that were like me pouring what I was going through out in that beat. I remember I sat down in front of a keyboard, and at the time I think I was going through a breakup from the relationship, and it was all heartbroken and everything. And I just sat there, played the piano for like 10 minutes, freestyling on the keyboard. And after everything was all said and done, I was like, oh, let me throw some drum patterns in here and whatever. And it turned out to be like I could feel my soul. And every time I listen to it now, I'm like, dang, I was really going through it. Like, but yeah, if you have an outlet for it, yes, music will show what's going on in your life. And then not only that, you reflect. You look at people like, I'll use Marvin Gaye as an example. Look at the stuff that was going on during his time and the music that he created. Those are classics. We listen to it today. Unfortunately, some of the stuff that he's talking about in his songs, we're still dealing with today. So it's like music is a very, very powerful tool, and it's something that like everybody, I don't know anyone that doesn't like some type of music. And if it is somebody out there, I would hope that somebody introduced them to something, because it's some music out there that will have you pouring out your soul to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, man, saying you never know what that artist is going through. You might be going through the exact same thing. And it might be a form of therapy. So it's like, hey, I don't listen to, I'm more of an R&B head myself. A lot of people know that about me, but I listen to a lot of different varieties. But the rap, if we talking about rap, hip hop and rap is like, it's trash now. I hate to say it. It's trash because they're not talking about nothing but the same stuff over and over again, and then you throw a little auto tune on there, and then there you go. It's crap, but that's my my little rant on music.
Before you go, Ricky,
You're not their target audience.
yo, yo, hey,
Yeah.
The problem is with that statement, their target audience are our kids.
Yeah, and they love it.
Yeah.
And then we're stuck here trying to get them out of that. So
Ahmed, what's up, Ahmed, bro? Ahmed said, what else could it be? I guess he's referring to the quote. He said wavelengths. He said music really just tells a story. Sometimes it's your story. It's relatable. Big Sis Tara said music is best when it reflects where one needs to be. If you're angry, don't listen to angry music. I firmly believe this. She said music is therapy. Ahmed said it's a balance for sure. Tara also said artists can reflect so intensely we feel it, yet we miss the pain of the person because it makes fans feel better. Henceforth, so many suicides. They cry, we clap. Ooh. Ooh. Bernitrice said, well, I don't know what she's laughing at. She also said rap is trash, but check out Fandemic for your fix. There we word. Oh, and also up here I linked the album where you can go get on Apple Music. So go check it out, you know.
Go.
Let's see. Bernitrice said delivered with honest elegance. But yeah, Ricky, go ahead, bro. What were you gonna say, man?
I was about to go down a little Fandemic, but I can do that after this is over. But I was gonna say, you know, we all talked about, you know, how the artist pours their hearts into the music. See my man here, Jude. Say what's up,
Jude. He video bombing. What's up, Jude?
Hello, Jude.
That's called the enforcer is awake on a show and not enforcing the bedtime. But no, I would say on the flip side, and I think there's a couple of comments in the comment section about it. But music will take you where you want to go. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a reflection of what you go through, but it's also a portal to where you want to be. You know, if you want to be a smooth dude, I know some cats that you can listen to. If you wanna get, you know, buck wild off the Henny, I know some cats you can listen to. If you want to sit around mindless and talk about nothing, I know some cats you can listen to. Future. but it's where you want to be, and that's people's portal to another life, to another reality. And it's powerful. Nobody says that like whenever somebody talks about music, you ever notice it always says like their heart, like a song touched their heart or a song touched their soul. It's like the deepest part of you. It's not like oh man, this song touched my head. No, it touched your heart. It touched the inside, like the part of you that you almost feel like don't even belong to you. Mm-hmm. It touched that. Like it's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
And I think people, we take it for granted, and sometimes we got to give it a little bit more respect. Just like somebody said, if you mad, don't listen to mad music. If you and your girl going through something, don't listen to no breakup music, because it ain't gonna end well if that's what something you want. So it's like, yeah, don't soak in those feelings. Don't put on Drake. You know, so it's like you like, it's a tool. It's not just I feel like listening. It's a tool to take you somewhere, and it has always been since the beginning of time. And we got to give it some reverence.
Man, okay, I'm gonna definitely do my best to keep this brief because we at that time. But we did this quote on. Chill out, Ricky, man. Chill out, bro.
I was gonna go there, but I let you live. I put it on mute.
We put this quote up here on purpose because we knew that we were gonna have some musically inclined people like Deuce and Dashan on the show, because we knew that it would go, you know, that you guys were gonna take it places as, you know, people who are musically inclined, as artists, you know, producers and all that stuff. So it definitely had that effect. I will piggyback on what Ricky said about us giving music reverence. Music is definitely powerful. I mean, like you said, Deuce. It's vibrations and it can change moods. That's the reason why you could have people at a concert either crying their eyes out or all like basically in a rage, like they're in a mosh pit. It can change moods. It can alter like brain. It can do so much, and I think that like Ricky said, we don't give it the reverence that it needs. One of the reasons that especially with Black people, musicians tell our stories of our lives, from the people that are gospel artists to the gangsters in the trap or who are gangbanging on the corner. Like, they tell life stories of different communities and different instances and different time periods. And there's a certain importance and a certain responsibility with that. And I think that's been lost through the money, the paper trails, and the commercialization and the microwave consumption of the music. Which is why some people, especially in the Black community, where people get upset when some musicians, they sell out, especially when they started out being really organic, is because, music tells, like She-Hulk said, it tells a story. And some of those stories are very important. A lot of stories are very important. They're just not made up. A lot of those stories are people's actual lives. Maybe not the person relating those stories, but maybe someone they knew. Maybe someone who couldn't tell the story in that way for you to hear it themselves. And that, to me, is my biggest disappointment with rap music, is the responsibility, I think, has left the craft. Even though NWA had some very, very crude music, the music told a story. They were taught about their experience with the police and with living on, in the world, especially on the West Coast and all this other stuff. Like, there was a responsibility with the music, and that responsibility, to me, is almost gone. You have your real, you have your artists that are really holding it down and really just being true to themselves. I look at Deuce as one of those artists. He's one of those artists. He's you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like word, like I don't feel like, Deuce is making up a character or selling me something when I listen to his music. And for the people that that I listen to most, to me, they take that responsibility seriously. And so I definitely think that's gone. And so also, as a fan of music, I can say that music has definitely taken me out of some situations that I was in, where I was feeling just all kinds of crazy. I listened to music, and it helped. Random fact about myself: 90% of my music consumption is in the car. The other 10% is me on my computer figuring out what I'm going to put in different playlists. But 90% of my music consumption is in the car because I like driving on the highway. It helps me. But there are literally situations where I have just been, driving or sitting or whatever, and music has taken me from one zone to another. And so it is a reflection. Even as a fan, music reflects what I go through. So I know as an artist, it's 10,000 times that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, this right here is, again, one of those quotes that's small, but the interpretations are so numerous. You know what I mean? Like, the unpacking, as Ricky said earlier, is vast. I could go on a longer tangent about this, but like I said, at that time. Landy said, the people that rule this world understand the power of influence and deliberately place this destructive music in circulation for our children to consume/eat. As the brother said earlier, everything has a certain vibration or frequency. They're lowering the frequencies of the individuals willing to consume it. This is World War Z. There are zombies everywhere, which makes it even more important for us to educate our children and monitor what they are listening to amongst everything else. I guess she's still typing. But yeah, there's a lot of that I agree with too. Like, people that market music understand marketing. They understand subliminal messaging. They understand, like, these are the vibrations. They understand the changing of patterns and behavior. They understand that. They pay people top dollar to understand that, you know. So yeah, it's, you know, music is, like we all have said, music is very powerful. It is one of the most powerful forces in this world, in my opinion. As we've seen by the, I mean, you look, taking Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had people fainting on stage, and he wasn't even doing anything but standing there. You know, like it's. I mean, to say it's not powerful or whatever would be a gross you know, underestimating the craft and underestimating the art itself and what it can do. So yeah, that's my spiel. So we are at that time where it's positive brother shout out. This is where we shout out brothers who've been doing things, or, you know, that we know that don't necessarily may not get their shine, or if you just want to highlight someone, you know, you do just that. But it's your time to really just, you know, put the spotlight on anybody you want to. Oh, that don't look good. I don't want to cover Ricky up, but it's positive brother shout out time. My bad. So we're gonna start with Dashan. Go ahead, bro.
Well, I want to shout out. First of all, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. This actually was I love this episode.
Yeah.
You guys really brought a different mindset at, you know, how to look at, you know, some of these quotes that, you know, we've been presented with. And I want to thank Cordell and Jay for, you know, having me on the show. You guys are you're doing something big, and it's you guys have created a safe space for both men and women to come to, and I want to thank you guys. I also want to, you know, shout out my my cousin Janelle. That dude, man, I've never met anybody as real as him in my life. I mean, it's a little biased. I did grow up with the man, but but I mean, he's my go-to for almost everything. So it's like, you know, he's a great father. He mentors people. Heck, he low-key mentors me when it comes when I'm ready to go off on somebody. I'm like, hey, how should I handle this? And he'll give me his, you know, point of view, and then, you know, that reels me back in a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, nah, for sure, man. Deuce, we got, bro.
Man, I'm gonna also shout out you, Cordell and Jay. Thanks for y'all having me back, man. It's good to be back. I love to speak on this type of platform. I'm gonna shout out to my CEO of Four Phones. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out DJ R&B. Doing a lot of big things. You know, we got a studio opening on the 1st of June, which is exciting. It's my first time where I'm like gonna own, like not own, I'm saying this is a state of the art studio that you know, they're building basically because, you know, they believe, you know, in my ability. So, which is great because I've been doing this home studio stuff for like as long as I can remember. I worked out of some studios, but like honestly, to be on to be getting the accolades that I have been getting, it's about time that I move into something bigger. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the Four Phones, Chris G, Tony Smith, My Styles in the Hood, and DJ JB too. Basically, just shout out all them, and shout out to y'all brothers, man, for coming up here, sharing time, man, and, you know, just being supportive, being positive. I'm gonna have to add y'all after I get out of the chat, man, for sure. But yeah, man, definitely, bro. Ricky, do you have like a brother or something?
Nah, I got two brothers, but I don't know if you know him. Wait, who you say? Who you know?
I don't know the guy's real name, but he's an actor. His name.
Oh nah, he probably just a handsome dude like me, man. It's cool.
Yo, guys, I promise you, I know it. His name is Willie Razor. Go on IMDb. His name is Willie Razor. Like he's in Halloween. I know him. He's from Raleigh, the area. But he used to do music, but now he's an actor. And I swear to God, I thought you came on the camera, I thought you was him for a second. I was like, yo, is that him? But nah, Willie Razor. I think I think it's Rayzor, something weird, but you'll find him if you look him up. He's like the only.
I'm gonna look him up.
That's the first time. That's the first right there. Man, say, yo, yeah, brother. So
I swear to God, I thought he was bruh for a second. I thought he was just trolling me. I was like, hold up.
Hey, low key, he do look like him. Low key, like y'all could be related. Like for real.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like I literally.
It might be the beard, though.
It's the beard, because when he got his beard shaved, like they might not look alike, but like, bro, like I swear, you found him? Did you find him?
How you spell the razor again?
Raysor.
Yeah.
We all around the same age too.
that's crazy.
Yeah. He's around my age too. Like, so it's crazy.
Hey, low key, yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Ricky, go ahead, man, with your brother shout out, man. You can't shout out the actor either.
Hey man, listen. If he give me a contract, man, he might do a stunt double, something.
Right.
But now, as always, big shout out to Cordell and Jay. They day in and day out, these cats are an outlet for my foolishness. And they give me a place to be crazy, which is cool. Shout out to everybody here tonight. I think this was an awesome conversation tonight. We hit a lot of things, and big shout out to my man Iconic Bond. It was good to see him in the comments tonight, man. I ain't talked to that dude in a while, but big shout out to Iconic. Yeah, he's another good artist. Y'all go download that cat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna take some time tonight. Might stay up a little bit, watch a little of the game, and listen to this Fandemic.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I guess for me, I definitely want to shout out all you brothers. Stuff like this is why I look forward to Thursdays. People that know me know that I like to fellowship. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to fellowship, whether big groups, small groups, medium size, whatever. But doing brother empowerment is probably in the top 5, top 2 of one of things I like doing the most. And so this was so big for me because I feel like all the brothers on here bring a different perspective, but one that is equal parts important and knowledgeable and vital. So I just want to shout y'all out, man. I want to shout out Jay for trusting me with holding the show down. We co-host, and at times, I'm out, like he's out right now, but he was just like, man, you got it, man. Go ahead. So I definitely, want to shout him out. I also want to shout out all the brothers that came through in the comment section. Sean, Rico, Jack, all you guys, man. Like, we appreciate you guys' support, because again, this is bigger than us. This is a community thing. And even though we may all have different opinions on things, the goals are the same. I know that all those brothers have similar goals, and that main one being we want to build a community of healing and love as well. I just want to definitely, that's it for me. I definitely appreciate you guys being on the show. Some of you guys, we'll have to do a round 2 of this for real. Like, we definitely have to do a round 2. It won't be, we're not gonna let a couple months go by. We're gonna do a round 2 again soon because, yeah, man, like, I love stuff like this. This makes my week. No matter how my week has been, when Thursday comes up, I'm like, oh man, it's brother empowerment time. We're good. Like, I can be having the worst day, but I will always feel better and have lifted spirits during this time. I may go back down afterwards, but during this time, I'm cool. I'm up here, and it's great. So
it's funny you said that, Cordell. Somebody just hit me up. Was like, hey, let me know when you're back on the panel because I love it. So
word. That's what's up. Tell them that. Thank you, man. Tell them follow the page and stuff, man. So but yeah, we'll definitely get a round 2 going here pretty soon. And so if you guys out there do not know anybody who says or believe, who you believe loves you, just met 4 people who do. Definitely connect with us, connect with these guys. All of us are on social media. Check out Deuce Tyrell stuff. He's got more than one album on Apple Music and all those other streaming platforms. Check out his stuff. It's dope. It's authentic, and it sounds good. Can't say that about a lot of artists. They might have the dopest bars, but they stuff sonically is just his stuff is good, got the bars, and he's got the sound. So, anyways, but you guys stay on. But yeah, everyone else, we will see you guys next week. We love you guys. Peace out.
A brother is someone you can trust. A brother can sometimes be just a warming embrace, someone that you can depend on, and someone that has loyalty and that you show loyalty to.